Hello students, I, Mrs. Madhvi Mhatre, welcome you all in the next lecture of Mathematics 1. We are starting with our new chapter, that is chapter number 5, Probability. In this chapter, we are going to discuss all these topics. First one is probability, means we will see what is meaning of probability. The word probability also indicates possibility. It is synonym for possibility. So probability means possibility. Then we are going to see the concept of random experiment and its outcome. Afterwards, we are going to see how to write sample space and events using the random experiments. And finally, we are going to see how to find probability of an event. Okay. So let us start with a simple example. Okay. So here you can see the picture which shows a toss before a cricket match. So you know that in cricket match a coin is tossed. So when the coin is tossed, you know that every coin has two sides. One is head and other is tail. So when the coin is tossed, all of us know that either head will come or tail will come. But certainly we cannot say that what will come. Okay. So here there are two possibilities. Either we will get head, that means H, or we will get tail. So this is the experiment where we know the outcomes already, or the result already we know that what we are going to get. Either we will get head or we will get tail. But we cannot predict it certainly. That yes, surely we are going to get head or surely we are going to get tail. So here there are two possibilities. Okay, so I said probability. The other meaning is possibilities here. Okay. The possibilities are known to us, but it is not possible for us to predict. So this is called as an event, you can say. This is one event or this is one experiment. This is a random experiment where all the outcomes are known, but we cannot predict them. So there are many such experiments like when you play Ludo, that time, or when you play snakes and ladders, then you throw a dice there. So there also you know the outcomes that you are going to get any one number from 1 to 6, but certainly you cannot say that which number will come on the upper face. So that is also an random experiment. Okay. So let us see the definition now. So random experiment is the experiment in which we know all the results in advance. Like for coin, we know head or tail. For dice, we know that any number from 1 to 6. But none of them can be predicted with certainty. Means what outcome we are going to get, that we cannot predict. Okay. And there is an equal possibility of each result. Like when we toss the coin, getting head or getting tail, there are chances of 50-50. That means the possibilities are equal. Either we will get head or we will get tail. So the chances are 50-50. So here the experiments where all the outcomes are known in advance, but we cannot predict them certainly, and the possibility of that each result is equal, then such experiment is called as random experiment. Okay. So there are various such experiments. First one is tossing a coin, tossing two coins, tossing three coins, or tossing a coin twice, tossing a coin thrice, then throwing a die, throwing two dice, then picking up a card from the set of cards bearing 1 to 50 numbers, then picking up the card from the bell shuffle pack of cards. That means a card which contains 52 cards. So from that, if we take out any card, okay, so we are going to get any one card out of those 52 cards. Means all the outcomes are known to us, but we don't know that what is going to be the result. So such experiments, they are called as what? Random experiments. Okay. So outcome. Outcome means the result of the random experiment. Okay, that means we know that for every random experiment, the outcomes are equally likely. That means their possibilities are equal. So that result is called as outcome. So for the random experiment of tossing a coin, say, so when one coin is tossed, there are only two possible outcomes. Head, denoted by capital H, or tail. So these two are called as what? Outcomes of the random experiment of tossing a coin, a single coin. Okay. Now when we toss two coins, the outcomes will be more. They will be four. When we toss three coins, then the outcomes will be eight. Now second example here is the random experiment of throwing a die. A die is having six surfaces, therefore we are having six outcomes. Either the numbers are written, or generally on the die we find that dots are there, single dot, two dots, three dots, and then we see that one is there, two is there, three is there, and so on. Okay, so the six faces, they contain the dots as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So these are the six outcomes for throwing a die. If we throw two dice, then the outcomes will be 36. 6 of one die and 6 of other die. So we have to multiply 6 into 6. The outcomes are 36. One more experiment is given. Suppose a random experiment we have of picking up the card which bears the number from 1 to 50. Now since the numbers are 1 to 50, we have 50 outcomes. We can get any number out of those 1 to 50 numbers. Correct? So the result of the random experiment is called as outcome. Now let's go ahead towards the next concept. Here, let us see one more example of outcome, which is very much important to write the sample space in problems. A card is thrown randomly from a pack of well shuffled playing cards. So you know that playing cards, there are 52 cards in the pack always. So total cards are how many? 52. Out of that, these 52 cards are classified as 26 red cards and 26 black cards. You might have played cards, so you have observed that 26 cards are red and 26 cards are black. So out of red cards, 13 cards are heart cards and 13 cards are diamond cards. Okay. And for black, again two types, 13 are club and 13 are spade. Okay. So here we can see that there are four types of cards: heart, diamond, these are red cards, club and spade, they are black cards. You can see the signs also here. So you can understand what is heart, what is diamond, what is club, and what is spade. Then these 13 cards, 13 cards, say if we take heart suppose. So in these 13 cards, again they are divided. So 13 cards, they are having three face cards. You must have seen the card of king, the card of queen, and the card of jack. Face we can see there. So they are called as face cards. So king, queen, and jack, they are known as face cards. So there are three face cards of each type. So we can say that 3 fours are 12 face cards are present in the pack of cards. Okay. Then we have number cards: 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, and 2. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Out of 13 cards, 3 are face cards, 9 are number cards. They bear numbers. Okay, they bear numbers from 2 to 10. And the one card that is called as ace. Ace of spade, ace of heart, ace of club, and ace of diamond. We call ekka. Okay, in when you play game, you call it as ekka. So Ace of spade, ace of heart, ace of club, and ace of diamond. So in this way, 13 cards are divided like this. 3 face cards, king, queen, and jack. Then 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, and 2, they are called as number cards. And finally, we have one card which is neither face card nor number card. It's called as ace. Okay. So in this way, we can write the sample space for this uh, pack of cards. Okay, we can divide the pack of cards in this way. Now let's go ahead. Now afterwards we will see the concept of equally likely outcomes. We use the word there in definition, that equally likely outcomes. So we will take one example. Suppose if we throw the die, then any number from 1 to 6 may appear on the die, upper face, the face which is on the upper side. So any number from 1 to 6 may appear there, but we don't know exactly that which number is going to come. But is it so that if we throw the die and one is going to appear again and again? We cannot predict it. So what we can say is, when we throw the die, then possibility of getting number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, they are equal. Okay, that means each number is equally likely going to be occur. So if here the particular face comes up, then we say that the die is biased. Okay, so here in this case the outcomes are not likely. For example, if the die is made in such a way that it contains only six numbers, six faces are there, but suppose one number is, or two number is printed twice or thrice on the same face, then that is not a fair die, it is biased die. Okay, that is why when we see the question, you read it that a fair die is thrown. A fair die means what? The die is not biased. So if any number is repeating, say again, so that die is called as biased. So in fair die, every outcome is equally likely to occur. Okay. So everywhere now we are going to assume that all the experiments which we are using here, they are fair or they are unbiased. Okay, so in the question you will find the word fair, and even if you don't find, by default it is a fair only. It's fair die, it's a fair coin, everything is fair, it is not biased. Okay, so here what we can say is that the given outcome is equally likely to occur. Okay, so if the preference is not given, then we are going to get the outcome equally likely. So if we toss the coin, then possibility of getting head or tail is equal. Suppose the die is having different faces and 1 to 6 are written, then the possibility of getting the each number is 1 upon 6 times. Like for uh, uh, coin, it is 1 upon 2, half. So here for die, it is 1 upon 6 times. Okay. Now let's go ahead. Now let us start with practice set 5.1, where they have asked about the possibilities in each of the following cases. They have given us certain cases and we have to uh, only answer that how many possibilities are there here. So from that first one, Vanita knows the following sites in Maharashtra. She is planning to visit one of them in her summer vacation. Okay, there are many places, but she has shortlisted these 8 places. Okay, you can see first one Ajanta, Mahabaleshwar second, Lunar Sarovar third, Tadoba Wildlife Sanctuary fourth, Amboli fifth, Raigad sixth, Matheran seventh, and Anandvan eighth. So she want to visit any one out of this. So how many possibilities she is having, or how many options she is having? So the answer is what? 8. That's it. You have to write that. That she is having 8 possibilities to visit one of them in the summer vacation. Then second, any day of a week is to be selected randomly. So how many possibilities are there? How many days are in a week? So what is the answer? 7. So if 7 days are there in a week, then if we want to select the day, then the possibilities are how many? 7. Because a week has 7 days. Select one card from the pack of 52 cards. So how many possibilities? Answer is present here only in the question. The answer is 52. Since there are 52 cards, we have 52 possibilities. Correct? Then next. One number from 10 to 20 is written on each card. Select one card randomly. Now 10 to 20. Immediately what you will think that 10 minus 20, I'm sorry, 20 minus 10, the answer is 10. So you can write down the answer as 10, but it is wrong answer. If you start counting from 10 to 20, then you will get 11 numbers. Okay, 11 to 20 are 10 and 10 is one extra. So here answer is 11. Don't write 10 here in hurry. Okay, so simply you have to write down here number of possibilities by reading the question. So all these are called as what? Possible outcomes. We know the result in advance, but we cannot predict it. Let's go ahead now. Let us see some experiments and their outcomes. Related to that, we have to see one important concept of sample space. What is sample space? Sample space is a set, and while writing sample space, we have to follow all the rules to write set. You know that the set methods of writing set we have studied in 9th standard. And you know that in set, we cannot repeat any element. We are writing the element and we separate it with comma. So we have to follow all those rules that repetition is not allowed and all. Okay. Only in certain cases, means what, like for numbers, you can change the rules, or generally we write all the small alphabets, but according to the question we have to do certain changes. But the overall rules that we have to write it in brace bracket, then we have to separate every element by comma. So all those rules we need to follow. We cannot repeat the element and all. So sample space is a set of all possible outcomes of random experiment. Okay. For example, if we toss a coin, then there are two possibilities. So the sample space contains two elements. Now this sample space is denoted by letter S, or it is denoted by Greek letter omega. This gives us Greek letter omega. In science, you are using this sign for writing the unit of resistance. Okay. So this is omega. For ohm, you use this unit, but this is a Greek letter called as omega. Then here, the every element is called as sample point. And the number of elements in the set, it is denoted by n of s. You know that if a is a set, then number of elements are denoted by n of a. Similarly, if sample space is denoted by s, then the number of elements are denoted by n of s. And then here we are going to think of all the experiments where the sample space is finite or the set is finite. So if the sample space is finite or number of sample points are finite, then we say that the sample space is a finite sample space. Here we need to use formula, and there we cannot use the infinite sets. So therefore here everywhere our sample space is going to be finite. Okay, that you have to keep in mind. You will never get infinite sample space here. Now let's go ahead. Let's see the sample space in various experiments. Okay, so here we are discussing only finite sample spaces, as I have said. From that first one coin is tossed. We have seen the coin, that every coin has two sides, and we have the faces head and tail. So here, first of all, we have to write down S, that is sample space. You are going to use only S alphabet. You cannot use any other alphabet. S stands for sample space. Then write down equal to. As I said, we are going to follow the rules to write the set. And then in brace bracket, you have to write down sample points. So when one coin is tossed, we have two sample points, either head or tail. And from that we can write down that n of s is 2. Now when two coins are tossed, that time, see, two coins are tossed. So first coin, if it is having head, then second coin can have head, it can have tail also. Okay. So if first coin is having head and second coin is also having head, then the first possibility is HH. We have to write all the possibilities. That means head will appear on the first coin. So these two are written first. Then on the second coin head appears and on the second coin tail appears in this case. Then we are thinking of tail on the first coin. So there are two possibilities. On the first coin also tail and the second coin also tail. Then here head and tail. Okay, so I think this is very easy. HH, HT, TH and TT. And therefore here we have 1, 2, 3 and 4 sample points. So in this case n of s is 4. Number of sample points are 4. Next, 3 coins are tossed. Okay. So when 3 coins are tossed, there are 8 sample points. So those 8 sample points you can write in any order. Okay. But there is an easy method to write it when we will start with the problems. That time I will tell you how to write it. So what you will observe here is HHH means head on all the 3 faces. Then here you will find that head on 2 faces and tail on 1 face. Those possibilities are taken. That means tail is on the third coin, then tail is on the middle coin and tail is on the first coin. This way you can write. Then you can think of 2 tails on 2 coins and then you can shift H. That means head on first coin, head on the middle coin and head on the third coin. And finally all tails. So T, T, T. So in this way we have 8 sample points here. Then next, a die is thrown. To be more specific, a fair die is thrown. The die is not biased. So when the die is thrown, we have 6 possibilities. They are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Okay, so we have to write down elements like this separated by comma. So here number of sample points are 6. Now when 2 dice are thrown, that time, as I said, 6 of one die and 6 of other die. 6 into 6, we have 36 sample points. And this sample space you are going to write exactly in the same way. Any other method is not allowed. You will get 0 marks for that. If the sample space is wrong, then everything is wrong. Okay. So we first row shows that the first die is having 1 on upper face and the number on the second die is changing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and so on. Okay, so here first line contains 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 5 and 1, 6. Then strictly come on the second line and start with 2. That means on the upper face now we have 2 every time and the second die upper face is changing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, then come to the third line, then start with 3, then 4, then 5 and 6. Okay, so exactly in the similar way you are going to use 6 lines to write this sample space. It is better to understand also, and also it is better to write events or to understand that which numbers are present here. So here the number of sample points are 36. 6 6 are 36. Okay, let's see some more. Sixth one, a card is drawn from a pack bearing numbers 1 to 25. Okay, that means the numbers are in sequence. So here if you have more numbers, it is not compulsory to write down all the numbers. You can write down dash dash dash. But now see here, they have a proper order. Therefore, we can skip the number. If every number is different, if it is not in AP, like we can say to be more specific, or if it is not a sequence, then you cannot write dash dash dash. That time you have to write all the elements here. But here we know that after 4, there is 5. So the numbers are known certainly. So we can do it like this and we can write down the last number. Still it's a finite set. It's a finite sample space. So here number of sample points are 25. Correct? Then for the card, the sample space is like this. But see, this sample space we are not writing in braces, because you will find that the elements are repeated. And in sets, the rule is that we cannot repeat the elements. So here you cannot write brace bracket. Take a note of this. Even when the question comes of the card, then it is not compulsory to write down the sample space. Simply you can write down that there are 52 cards in the pack of cards and therefore n of AC is 52. Okay, writing sample space is not compulsory. If they ask to write, then you have to write. Okay, so you know that the card is having four types of pack of cards is having four types of cards. Diamond, red card, then we have S, then numbers 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10, and then the face cards Jack, Queen and King. So similar all these things you will write for all four types of cards. For spade you will write the same thing. For heart also you are writing the same thing, and for club also writing the same thing. That is why see here ace is equal to not written. Brace brackets are not written. Why? Because you will find that these things are repeated, and in set repetition is not allowed. So if you are writing here ace is equal to, and if you are writing it in brace bracket, you are wrong. Please take a note of this. Okay. Then what you have to keep in mind is, we have seen the sample space for two coins are tossed. So the when it is two times are cost, or a coin is tossed twice, it is one and the same. Okay, so the sample space for the coin tossed twice is same as that two coins tossed simultaneously. Okay, and it is true for three coins also. That means three coins are tossed simultaneously, or one coin is tossed thrice. It means the same. The sample space is going to be same. Okay. Then the sample space for a die rolled twice is same as the sample space for two dice rolled simultaneously, which we have seen 36 points. Okay. So that you have to keep in mind. Two dice are thrown or a die is rolled twice, it is one and the same. The sample space is same. Okay. So I hope you must have understood how to write all the sample spaces. Now let's go ahead. So with this we will see practice set 5.2. I will discuss a few examples and remaining we will see in the next lecture. Okay. So now here what they have asked us, that for each of the following experiments, write sample space S and number of sample points NS. Only this much is asked. Okay. So such question can appear for 1 mark, or it can appear for 2 marks also, depending on the event. That when you want to write more sample points, that time the marks will be more. Now the first one, one coin and one die are thrown simultaneously. Now one coin means there are two possibilities, either head or tail. That means H or T. And the die, you know that there are 6 numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So when one coin is tossed, it is possible that we will get head on upper face, and that head we can combine with the 6 numbers from one die. Okay, so when you write the question, it is compulsory to write these words, that sample space, then put comma s and then equal to, it is a set. And as I said, you cannot use any other alphabet. So now for head, the head is combined with all 6 numbers. See H1, so H on the coin and 1 on the die. Then H2, H3, H4, H5, H6. So these 6 points are for head. Similarly, it is possible that tail will appear on the upper face of the coin, and with that also we have 6 numbers. So the sample space is like this. In first line you have possibilities of all the heads with the 6 numbers on the die. Or secondly, you can have the possibilities of all the tails with the 6 numbers on the die. Okay, so 6 plus 6, there are 12 sample points, therefore n of s is 12 here. Okay, now second question. Two digit numbers are formed using digits 2, 3 and 5 without repeating a digit. Okay, that means 2 to 22 not allowed. 3, 3, 33 not allowed. Digits repetition is not allowed. See, without repetition. Okay, so we have to write down all the two digits number here using 2, 3 and 5. So we can write down the sample space as C, 2, 3, 23, 2, 5, 25. Okay, then write for 3, 3, 2, 32 and 3, 5, 35. Similarly now with 5, 5, 2, 52 and 5, 3, 53. Okay, so here we have 6 sample points. We cannot write 22, we cannot write 33 and we cannot write 55 because repetition is not allowed. Okay, so I hope you must have understood how to write down the sample space and the number of sample points. Now remaining sums from this practice set we will discuss in the next lecture. So students, today I am stopping here. Till that, you stay home, stay safe, take care of yourself. Thank you students.